Moving on to Texas and Bama. Texas pulls the upset right there. I mean, they come into Alabama, right, and they beat Alabama 34-24. Something that's not an easy task, by the way. But let me say this, Chris. It took exactly 2 weeks into the season for Murder Ball to be murdered.
I love it.
You know, speaking of killing it, right? How about the number? How about the number of low snaps in this one? That was what shocked me, right? I mean, Alabama struggled to get snaps off in this game. Milroe and Bama's offense, you know, they also have they've got that boomer bust sort of thing with them, right? Like they're either going to hit a very big play or they're going to turn the ball over in a very boneheaded sort of in a way, right? I mean, that's kind of what we talked about all offseason, right? Is can you force Milroe to beat you having to throw the football? And Texas did exactly that, and we saw exactly what's going to happen. Now, Milroe did have some plays where he ran around, he did some schoolyard bullshit back there, and he made some things happen, and that was kind of impressive. But he also made some throws that were really, really frustrating too. If you're the Bama man, right? Chris, you touched on it too. Fun stat here: Milroe finished tied for first with a number of rushing yards. He had 44, 45 rushing yards there. McClellan had 45 as well. What happened to all those elite running backs we thought we were going to see that we're going to go for, you know, $150 in this game? That to me is a huge thing right there if you're a Bama fan. But, you know, Texas, I mean, they were able to take advantage of Bama's reloading defense as well, right? I mean, Bama's defense didn't look nowhere near as elite as they have in years past. I think that's pretty apparent right there. They kept blaming Pete Golding. I don't know if Pete Golding himself could have saved Bama in this one.
No, good point. Sorry, Christian, I don't know if you got a little bit more to add to that, but you're exactly right with what you're saying here.
I'll just say this. I mean, this win's going to give Texas a lot of confidence that they desperately need as a program and as a fan base going forward. I mean, I think this kind of solidifies what we were talking about. I mean, Bama right now, as it sits to me, I mean, they're a potential 3 or 4 loss team. That's kind of where I had them pegged coming into this year. A lot of people thought we were crazy. Well, we don't seem as crazy now, do we?
No. Christian said it best. We picked this upset too, by the way. We thought Texas was going to be good this year, both Christian and I think Texas went in there. I think they proved a point yesterday, Christian. I think Texas is back. I mean, we talk about teams being back, Florida State, Miami. What was your thoughts on Texas?
I thought Texas looked really good. I mean, again, one thing that you've seen in past, especially teams that play Bama, is they might get an early lead, and I've seen George do this how many times, where they get an early lead and then they piss down their leg as the game kind of runs on, and they just give the game back to Bama and they let them stay in there. We touched on that, I think, last night during the stream, and it's extremely frustrating, really frustrating if you're a fan of the team playing Bama. But Texas did a great job at kind of doing what they needed to do. You could see some of the momentum throughout that game kind of escaped them at times, and they were able to kind of do a good job of just keeping everything in front of them, not panicking, and just not Texasing it, if you will, right? I would say. So hats off. I'll say this to kind of wrap it up here, Chris. I mean, Nick Saban looked very un-Saban-like in this. I mean, I've seen that all offseason, right? He's not his typical, I'm going to light your ass up kind of Nick Saban. He just kind of has seemed more subdued, if you will. I don't know. It's been very weird to see.
Yeah. No, you hit the nail on head. I might add, Bama going forward, man, they're going to have to make some changes. They're going to have to figure out how to run the ball. I mean, especially when you get in the heart of that SEC schedule, Christian, this year. And Jalen Milroe looks like Jeff Sims 2.0 to me. So I don't know if they're related down there or what, but not good quarterback play from both of those. I think, in my opinion, and my take here from Milroe, dude, he had maybe 2 good drives in that game. He had some boneheaded throws that cost him that pick 6 damn near. That was huge. So that was a terrible throw, Christian. I think we're told growing up you don't make that throw even in the parking lot, So hats off though to Texas, man. Hats off to Texas. That was a big statement win at Bama.